Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday morning. It's 10 o'clock. I'm Connie Myers, so it must be to 70 and beyond. And today is a very, very special day. I cannot believe that I have been doing this for a year. And I am thrilled that all of you have joined me on this journey that I've been taking this last year. This is the first Saturday of the second year. And I wanted to kind of reflect because really this is about message. People ask me why I don't try to sell anything on this podcast and video, but it's not about selling. It's about giving. It's about giving and sharing. You see, I turned 71 last Saturday, and everybody says, well, are you going to call it to 71 and beyond? But it's not about age. It's all about how to live your life, how to live it at any age. And I can tell you that actually to 70 beyond has actually made me younger this last year instead of older. I feel refreshed, and there's been so many incredible things that have happened, some good, some not so good. But I wanted to share this with you because we all have our ups and downs in our lives. And as I've said over this last year, it's always a gift. So I started out the year, and it was actually just a little bit over a year ago that I actually walked on glass with Dave Albin and my biz besties friends. It was a lot of fun, and it was actually an eye opener. I broke an arrow with my throat. If somebody would have said I was going to do that, my granddaughter, who is a mixed martial arts, she does that all the time. But for me to do it was pretty big. And at those same meetings, sometimes we tell ourselves our own stories. My guess is each of us are telling a different story right now than what's reality. And at one of my mastermind groups, Angela Stillwell, I am pointing you out, Angela. Um, she caught me in one of my stories, and she called me on it. We had a little intervention, and with that little intervention came the reality that I needed to really take a harder look at the direction I was going and what I was doing. And then a few months later, I was really sick in January. I think I talked about this earlier. I was really sick in January and February, and I was ready to quit. I was quitting to 70 and beyond. I was quitting everything. And part of it was I'd been sick, so I think I was suffering from a little depression. But I had my house sold. I had already talked to my realtor friend. I was already ready to throw in the towel. I wasn't going to write anymore. I was not going to do any courses. I wasn't going to do any speaking or any coaching. I was quitting. And it took a wonderful lady named Kirsten O'Shield inviting me. She was a keynote speaker here in Vegas at an event, and she asked me to be her guest. And she made a comment to me about how I was changing people's lives. And it made me, I don't even remember what her talk was about that day, because I sat there and I was in my own world trying to figure out exactly what had happened. And I can tell you what happened. I quit doing the practices that I talk about all the time on to 70 and beyond. Being grateful. What are the three things you're grateful for every day? What are the three successes you had the day before? I quit doing all of that while I was sick. And it really showed. Well, let me tell you what, both Angela and Kirsten, I owe my energy and everything that I do today to the intervention and the encouragement. So if you have people in your life that you feel need a little encouragement, I want you to take today and reach out to them and let them know how important that they are. Because for me, it has shown me that I need to do that each and every day. Everybody that watches my to 70 and beyond, whether you watch it on Saturday or another day, I can't tell you how much I appreciate the energy that I get from all of you. So not only did I break an arrow and walk on glass and have a couple interventions, I learned how to truly collaborate. And collaboration is not about, well, if you do this or you pay me this, or it's about truly supporting others in their journey. And in the same time, guess what happens? You get supported as well. And I'm actually going to be talking about that with two of my very dear collaboration partners this coming week in San Diego at the Woman Up 2019 conference. We're going to be talking about how we have, all of us have kind of similar things that we do and we talk about, but in a different way, because everybody hears things differently. So it's going to be about collaboration and how to really support one another and how to work together towards the same common goal by giving. So another really fabulous thing is I started doing the keto, well, not really the keto low carb a few months ago, about 4 or 5 months ago, and I have lost 2 dress sizes. Woohoo! So I'm celebrating that today. And I've got new books coming out. Like, for example, I have spent the last 2 to 3 years interviewing amazing women in real estate, as well as women here in Las Vegas. And my new book that's called Crystalline Voices, Real Estate Women in Leadership is coming out by the end of the year. And I'm going to get to be with many of those ladies at the Woman Up event. I'm so excited about that. And then I just wrote a course. Here is the fact that Angela helped me and Kirsten helped me, this would have never happened. And this is why this is so important for all of you. So I spent about 7 or 8 years doing FEMA inspections and doing FEMA training. And I was out there crawling in the mud and all of that kind of stuff. And I was looking at my vision. I think it was right after the conversation with Kirsten. And I'm looking at this and I'm going, what in the devil did that FEMA stuff have to do with anything that I'm doing now? Well, I can tell you what, about 2 months later, the universe provided. God says, you need to write this course on disasters for the California Association of Realtors. And I just finished it. It'll be up and going here in a couple of probably next week or week after on the CR education website. And I'm so excited about it because I always wanted to write a book for consumers about disasters, because we all hear we're supposed to have an emergency plan. We all hear we're supposed to make a plan. But there's so much more that goes into it. And I now have the incredible opportunity to share that with realtors as well as their clients and consumers. So that is coming out. And then I have a book on leadership in Las Vegas, which is going to be fabulous because there's amazing women here that are doing amazing things. And that's going to be the next one that comes out at the beginning of next year. None of that would have happened if I hadn't had a little intervention and a little encouragement. So I really want you to take this week and think about what it is that you are really doing with your life. Look back at your year, find what you're celebrating. And if you are one of my realtor friends, please, if you haven't already gotten your tickets to San Diego, it's the 23rd, 24th, and 25th. Amazing powerhouse women are all coming together. Please join us there. If you want more information, I'll post the link to it in the comments. But this is going to be a very, very special time. So with that, I hope you have a fabulous Saturday. I hope I will see you in San Diego, all my dear realtor friends, and just have a fabulous week and really look back at your life and what has happened. What happened to me is that I got all kinds of new energy. People are noticing that I even came up with an alter ego this year that's going to be showing up at Woman Up. She's named Susie. And if you want to check her out, she's a little bit scary. So you might want to check her out. I did a video for Woman Up this last week, and you can find her on my page. But make this a fabulous week and do what you're supposed to be doing and live the life you're supposed to be living by being completely authentic. I love you all and have a fabulous week.